2 minutes. 2 minutes, Nico. Her.
Yes.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
For Carl!
This one's for you, girl. I'm gonna see you, little buddy, on Saturday. Because today we got trucking to do. I got my high-vis vest out again. I mean, I bought this... for the record, I bought this years ago. I didn't buy this just for playing RoadCraft, but I've got it. It sits in the closet most days, so I'm going to wear it. Hey, everybody, welcome in. It is Wednesday. I'm actually streaming. Today is a release day at my work, but I am not on the release team this month. I don't think I have to do this again until... I don't have to do anything release related until late August. I'm going to love that. I prepped the release candidate build 3 weeks ago? 2 or 3 weeks ago. I don't know. It was a little while. I think it's 3 weeks. And then a week from today is when we'll start the next one, but I don't do that one. I don't have to do the regression testing in between, and then I don't have to be there for release day until the end of August. And I think end of August is just me showing up for the hour and a half, pretty much during my stream time. So late August, we'll probably have to shift one of these a day, but that makes no never mind today. I'm here. I'm ready to craft some roads. I've been a little busy with the game since the introductory stream last week. I did the intro map on stream and did the first couple of tasks on the aftermath after the storm has come through. After stream, I just finished that map that evening. There wasn't a whole lot to that map. There was more than there was on the first map, but it's not terribly involved. And then after that, I moved on to one of the... You then have a choice of the next two in line. Actually, that when we get there. As it turns out, between those two, I've already completely done one of them, and I'm now working my way through the second one. It turns out I like the order that I picked them in because I found that the one that I'm working on now is a lot more involved. And as I understand it, they get way more involved once you get past this point. So that's something exciting to look for. Maybe not do entire levels off stream in between weeks. Super important news. They released the game the day before SnowRunner Wednesday. So I was able to stream it, the day after release. Instead of SnowRunner, they always do the day after Wednesday streams because they're jerks. Today, this morning, they released their first V1.5 patch, so I've already got it loaded. It appears to be up and running. It fixes a bunch of technical issues that I actually haven't had, but it's got two that I'm looking forward to. And I've already tested one of them out. That's right, the balloons are appropriate. Company names are now available again. It turns out they put in an anti-porn filter. I think they called it an anti-profanity filter, but it was an anti-everything filter. They acknowledged, yeah, it was maybe a little aggressive in its policy toward four-letter words. I think they forgot to define what constituted a four-letter word, so it just went kind of literal. So almost anything made out of 4 letters, it would freak out over. Yeah, Jedi, King, Moon, simple, what I thought should be simple stuff. So I had created Sithco because it's the best that I could pull off. Now, though, Jedi is a viable name. And now you can put spaces in the name. So the company has been renamed. That's the page I have the game loaded up on once we go to the game screen here. So we're going to take a tour of kind of the remodeled company now that it's back up and ready to go. Did they get it? The settings switched and it blocked everything that wasn't pornographic. They may as well. Part of the release note did say, hey, everyone, try to be cool with this. It is possible. Yeah, their multiplayer, it exists. And technically, they do support rando lobbies if you want to jump in someplace. So I guess it's possible a 12-year-old could jump into your porn-named company and it would be kind of weird for the real company to be spreading that. It's the sort of thing Nintendo would just freak out over. So I guess it's lucky for them that they don't have this ported to... They'll never port it to Switch 1. They could port it to Switch 2. The Switch 2 would support this, especially at the level that the Steam Deck is. Because my understanding, the Switch 2 is actually going to be stronger than the Steam Deck. Cyberpunk. I'm getting Cyberpunk. I moved my pre-order from Amazon over to Best Buy. So next Wednesday night, after next Wednesday, a few hours after next Wednesday's stream, I'm driving over to the 9 p.m. midnight release and getting to pick my stuff up. And apparently Cyberpunk 2077 is actually supposed to work better on Switch 2 than it did on Steam Deck. I almost pulled the trigger on buying the Steam Deck version, since that's the only one I can run currently. But I'm glad I waited. I think it's going to be more fun there. So if it can run that, it can absolutely run this game without any problem. It depends on whether they want to invest in actually doing the port or not. They have not put out a Mac port yet, which they did do for SnowRunner. My Mac would run this just fine as well because SnowRunner looks gorgeous on this machine of mine. So I think it's all a matter of cost for them. The cost benefit analysis getting involved. So we may wait and see. Maybe SnowRunner, it took them several years before they did the port. So it may be the same for these. They may have to get into the regular year pass cadence before they actually do too many more ports. Because I'm pretty sure with Expeditions, they're probably going to cut it as soon as this first year pass is done. Season 3 for Expeditions is out. It's available on test. I think they actually do their test on Steam, where SnowRunner test only runs on Epic. So that one is almost out, and then after they do Season 4, I think they're done with that. You got to pre-order 2 Switch 2s? I still haven't got to The long roundabout answer is at one point, yes, I did have 2 Switches pre-ordered. I got one pre-ordered at Target in like the first 15 minutes after they went live. I don't know how I scored that, but Target can suck it. So I kept trying for an hour and 45 minutes before I finally got mine to go through on Best Buy. And then I waited a while to screw with their inventory and their release cadence. And then I canceled my Target one because screw them. Yeah, so no, I only have 1 Switch 2 pre-order now. Although I will be getting my Nintendo, my direct from Nintendo invitation to pre-order, or at the rate they're going, maybe sometime in October or November, I'll finally come up on the list, and then it'll just be a straight up order. So, yeah, if you still need one later on, I'll be getting the invite because you had to be a Switch Online member for over a year, and you needed at least 50 hours of playtime. I got 1,100 in SnowRunner, so I think I qualified. So yeah, if mine comes up earlier and you're in a hurry for it, let me know, and I'll order on your behalf, and then find a simple way to get it to you. I think you can probably, when you order it from Nintendo, they might allow you to ship it to a new address. I don't know. I'll worry about it when I get there. My understanding is that, yes, their plan is 100% every single person who put in one of those requests is going to get the invitation to order. It may literally take them until the end of the year to get through that entire list, though. And it sounds like their initial wave, they made it sound like May 5th, I think, or May 8th was when they were going to send out the first wave, and you had 72 hours to respond. It sounded like as those invitations aged off and expired, they would then just hand it off to whoever's next in line. So it would be kind of a rolling thing through there. But I suspect they had so many people take them up on the offer in that initial wave that they ran out of their own supply. So I don't think they are sending more of them out now. They're going to take a while before they get to those. I really sent you an email letting you know that you're on the list and don't have to do anything. Yeah, I got that email too. Luckily, I got the rest of the pre-order already taken care of. And honestly, if I hadn't, I could live with it. There's not a whole lot that's going to be out initially that's really going to drive anyway. I'm excited about Cyberpunk. Well, I'm getting the bundle with Mario Kart World. That'll be fun for, a week or two. Maybe someday Dan Servo will pick up a Switch 2 in the Mario Kart World and want to do something on his Discord, so there'll be a handful of people for maybe 2 nights. And I like Mario Kart. I'm not dedicated to Mario Kart. Mario Kart was not enough for me to want to buy the system by itself, but you get a $30 discount for buying it as part of the bundle, so I figured, yeah, sure, why not? I'll go ahead and do that because Nintendo themselves will never sell it that cheap on sale. I think the best it'll ever get is going to be $60 because that's the way Nintendo rolls. Yeah, so if I had to wait, I would have. The two Zeldas that they're doing the HD upgrades on and some extra things around them, they'll be neat. I've talked with Nico about this. Nico and I are kind of on the same mind on this. We're going to play the tutorial island on both of those games again, just to get a look at what it really looks like. The monitor that I've been playing on this entire time is a 4K monitor. The only thing that's ever actually driven it at 4K is my 4K Apple TV that I run out here every once in a while. But I'd be kind of excited to see what something on the Switch running at full res actually looks like. The only other stuff I've pre-ordered is Fast Fusion. It's kind of an F-Zero sort of racing game. It's going to be full res, so it'll probably look cool, and it's going to be fast driving, and it was really cheap, and it'll be entertaining for a couple of weeks, and then it'll get boring, and there will be no one playing anymore, and so we'll let it go. But it's like $10, so yeah, I'll do that. And then the new original remake of the remaster of the first Bravely Default game that they've added a subtitle to. I don't know what it is, but it was like $40, and it'll be a full real HD remake rather than the low HD remakes. So I got a couple games. If I had to wait a month to get it wouldn't have been bad. Flying Fairy, that honestly may be it, and if it's not it, it sounds silly enough that it should be it. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. That's it. Okay, yeah. So that one I've got pre-ordered, getting that one digitally. And I will probably get the Donkey Kong Bonanza in July when it's out, because that actually looks kind of fun, because it looks like it's a 3D Mario with Donkey Kong in it. That's why I'll play it. The regular 2D Donkey Kongs, I got burned out on decades ago. I got Tropical Freeze on the Switch, even though it was originally a Wii U game, just so I'd have one. It was kind of fun. I played it for a while. I certainly didn't play it all the way to the end, but I got my money's worth out of it at the time. And then when they did the new Donkey Kong Country HD remaster Rumble, add more titles here, no, I totally passed on that one. But Bonanza, I think I'll actually do. Oh, you actually had the page up. Well, cool. Okay, that works out. And then there will probably be some third-party stuff. Oh, you know what? I did order, because they were like $10 each, the Switch 2 upgrade for Harry Potter and the Switch 2 upgrade for Civ 7. So that one will be kind of fun. Hope CD Projekt Red comes out with some fun new bugs for the Switch 2 launch. Oh, you know damn well they will. So I don't miss out on the true experience. Yeah, I know. I didn't do it myself, but I know all about that true experience. I have no doubt that there will be something hinky that comes up with this release, because they're putting the base and the expansion pack together. They're one of the few that are actually putting it on the physical cart, which I honestly don't care about, but a lot of people do. So I'm happy to go ahead and support CD Projekt Red for actually doing that. So I'll still update any patches that come out online, so it'll save me some virtual hard drive space. I did get one of the very rare 512 gig ultra fast PC cards that it needs, because it doesn't support the original ones. So I've got an extra terabyte PC card that I'm probably gonna dedicate as a backup for my Steam Deck at this point, because I don't think I have anything else that can use it. But I've got the half terabyte one coming, and then someday they've got the 1 terabytes for that'll Switch 2 will support, that cost almost as much as the Switch 2 currently. So eventually someday those will come down in price, and then I'll probably get another one of those, because Switch 2 games is going to be big compared to the Switch 1 ones. So they had to update the onboard storage for the Switch 2 just to accommodate a couple of games, because the old 32 gig, you'd fit a game. In fact, if you get the bundle with Mario Kart World, it's entirely possible that may be the only game you could really fit on there, unless you find some of the other little tiny stuff or the old Switch 1 updates. But that's a whole bunch of nothing going on. Master Jedi actually did not have to go into the office today, because they were replacing carpet in that office, so no one can be in there. So she is already home. I don't have to leave to go to the train station. But all those errands that we normally run on the way home from the train station that we do on Wednesdays, still got to do those. So I don't have to panic and quit at 5 o'clock, but I probably won't be able to go a whole lot past that today. And for those keeping track, and I know Bartek, I've already talked to you about it. I know I talked to Nico. On Sea of Saturdays, I was under the time pressure to go ahead and raid Dan so that I could leave to go pick Master Jedi up at the train station and all of that. And I got flustered by the puzzle. So I just put the Switch into sleep mode and figured I'll deal with it as soon as I get home. I had Master Jedi time me, and as soon as the pressure was gone, 14 seconds is what it took to reach the end of that puzzle. I go, oh yeah, just boop, 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 and there it is. It opened up, it allowed me to jump up to those 2 higher boxes. One had a milkshake, and one had some other cute, fun, circusy food item that you can use for healing later on. I had there was no save spot that opened, so I had to go into the other whirlpool that the basic jump had opened up. It popped me up into another room where you had a couple of buttons and you had to move some platforms around, really more like some causeways. And then there were 3 rooms off to the side, and then a fourth one that just had another sardine can with a food item in it. And you had to go into one room to get a treasure. The sardine can was sitting out, and then the other 2 rooms had super simple puzzles. You just had to piece a couple pieces together, and then it opened up a door. And as soon as you walk through it, it auto-saved. That's what I still haven't found a save book, but it auto-saved. So I quit out, I reloaded, and it actually starts me right as I've come up out of the water, out of the whirlpool. So on Saturday, I'll get to demo what the follow-up puzzle actually was. I won't be able to solve it again because it's already done, so the gateway is open, but we'll be able to pick up right where we left off, and I'll probably have to panic and leave to go pick Master Jedi up at the train station again, even though it's a Saturday. I don't know what's going on. I don't know anything anymore. Welcome to my world. Hey, here we are. This is my world. You will notice that we are now the Jedi Council LLC. I finally have my corporate protection up, well, my personal protection from the corporation. That's all good. That's up and running. Since I did get to drop the Sith moniker, I did make a couple of other small changes. You'll also notice that I have now completed 3 maps, and I'm working on my 4th. I still believe that there is a bug in their save system. You'll notice the infrastructure requests shows that I've only completed 4 infrastructure requests, where there were 3 on that very first tutorial map by itself, and I've done probably on the order of a good 20 more since then. And when I go and check the individual map items, we'll get there in a minute, it seems to have reset a bunch of them to 0, and I'm not sure what's triggering all of those off. Those are the convoys that you have to set up that are automated, and eventually they drive over the route enough that they tear up the road, and then someone gets stuck, and it goes into a failed state, and then you either have to change the course or go out and tend to the road or do something like that. So either there's a bug in the way they're keeping track of it, or once you have failed one of those, it may not be giving you credit for having it unless you've gone out, done the full repair, relaunched it, and had a certain number of trucks make it all the way to the end of the convoy. It's the only thing I can think of, because once I've harvested all the resources each of those convoys can produce, I'm not paying very close attention to their active status anymore, because I could spend most of the rest of my life constantly fixing roads. Or you have to go out and pave the entire damn map for them to stop tearing up all of the roads. So someday when I get to the end of this, the infrastructure requests does not count toward the percentage completion for each area, so I don't have to do those. So once I've got 100% in all the regions, and I'm waiting for the rebuild expansion that's going to add 2 more maps in some number of months, I may go back and see, kind of experiment with a couple, see if I can get them fully operational again and see if that number bumps. And then if that works, start charting through rebuilding a ton of roads everywhere. Infrastructure is a process, not a destination. I'm pretty sure that is the tagline for this game. If I go into the customization, I did change the color scheme. Now that I get to go back to be in the Jedi company, I really briefly considered doing the Jedi Hunter green, but okay, that one's black. But because I unlocked it, I shifted from this one that has just the little green on the door and the hood to this one that's got the base green behind it. This one feels a little more Jedi to me. So this is the one that we're going with. I've kept that logo. I think that stands out nicely still. When you're in the game, it's really hard to make out that wrench on the scout vehicles, but it's a little easier on the ones where it'll actually put it on the roof. The hex is good with me. Yeah, I want to back out there. I have unlocked a few extra vehicles. Most importantly, I got access to this T1, the mule, but with the crane built in, so I don't have to run the crane and a cargo truck separately anymore. That's a big one. No need to be evil Sith. That's exactly it. The Sith themselves can hang on to that. I found one of these trucks, the super big crane. Holy crap, would that have ever helped on map 3, but I didn't find it until map 4. And on the flip side, map 3, I found the stump grinder. And I don't think there is one on map 4, but there are a lot of trees the stump grinder helps for. So they were very clever. You have to do maps 3 and 4 before it'll unlock, I think, 5, 6, and 7, then become a triple choice. So you go into one of these, you get a really useful truck, and then some hard stuff. And then you go to the other map and you find the other truck you'd wish you'd found on the first one. And if you know ahead of time, you can do a little on map 3, a little on map 4, and kind of bounce back and forth until you've got them both. But screw that, I'm just doing one map at a time. The Zix 605, which was the original Beast truck in the first SnowRunner base maps. That one is now available. It can tow 2 of my working vehicles at a time. You can also strap cargo onto it. And it's not as good as the 605 in SnowRunner is, but it's good enough to get the job done. The dump truck, I'm pretty sure that one was awarded in the first couple of maps. I have access to this heavy dump truck now. But, okay, where did it go? It's somewhere. The pre-order bonus is a heavy dump truck that's better. And it was started the game unlocked. I just needed my first $30,000 or $60,000 to unlock it, so I've got that one. They gave me access to the crappy highway truck. A lot of people online complain, oh, this thing doesn't go anywhere in the mud. It's a terrible truck, but it's called RoadCraft for a reason. If you want to use the highway truck, you actually have to literally build a highway, and then it runs great. I've had very little use for it so far. It can haul a ton of cargo for those missions, but I haven't done that. That's first map, cargo truck. The Voron is also an early truck. The asphalt roller and the paver. We're going to talk about those later. For this patch, apparently they've tried to fix the paver so that it doesn't insanely turn 90 degrees when you're trying to pave something and then refuse to turn back, because that was a ton of fun. So hopefully that's better. They say that it's supposed to be hard to control. That's kind of part of the difficulty level of using the rusty one. So before I pave something again, I may actually come back and buy, because the purchased vehicles have much better stats than the rusty ones. The cargo truck was okay, but if you buy this one, which I did, it'll now haul logs, and it has a logging crane built on. That one was super useful on the prior map. I have access to a bunch of different dozers now. This one is interesting to me. It's a cargo truck with a dozer blade on front. I haven't purchased it yet. I'm sticking with the base dozer here, but I did buy my own dozer, which works much better than the rusty one. There's the stump mulcher. This thing's gorgeous. Here it is, the Aramatsu Bowhead 30T, which ironically can only handle 20 tons of sand instead of 30 tons, as the name would imply. I've been using this one. It's a little frustrating because it's a tank, so it operates kind of like a crane, in that the whole body base pivots on those tracks. And what'll happen is I'll try to tilt the bed up a little bit, but my thumb is just a little off to one side, so then it'll start spinning. And the mission I'm going to start off with, we had an issue. Things came up as a result of that, things that made me angry. So that'll be fun. And there's the paver. I'm almost certainly going to buy my own paver. There's the mobile crane you get early on, and then I could finally afford to buy my legally distinct from Hummer. It goes. It's way better than the other scout vehicles I've had access to. I haven't run the Dawn. I just got access to that one very recently. The Armiger and the regular pickup are the two you have to choose from at the beginning. And then the cable layer, I think I'm still using the rusty one. It's okay. It works fine. I haven't had to do a whole lot of that. And then this is another one of those. It's a cargo truck, but it's got the really big tires, and it has this weird little blade for flattening sand, but I don't think it can do any of the other dump truck stuff. I don't plan to use it. And I don't know I don't really know what the difference is between the harvester. Oh, no. You know what? I do know what it is. The tree harvester, the top one, actually grabs the tree, saws it off, and then you can process it. This other one is designed for going out in the field after you have done that process and grabbing 4 or 5 logs at a time to put them in your truck rather than
Yeah,
plucking them one by
grab
one.
those logs.
I know. I don't think... I've only done a tiny bit of logging on my current map. There's a bridge that I wanted to build in a specific place, and it was easiest for me to just drive a tree harvester out to where I needed the bridge built, grab 3 trees, process them so that they dropped into the log delivery zone, and boop, quick bridge. And then this is the single truck transport, or single vehicle transport truck. I've been using the rusty one. I think I still have it out in the field, but I've been switched over to the Zix. And then that is, yeah, that's the default pickup that I did go with. I don't have access to this, a super heavy crane, and that is apparently a fun go buggy. I need level 11. I'm 1,515 XP away from 10th level. So I will apparently unlock this thing very shortly, at least one of them. And then there's another fancy dump truck, a super fancy plow, which apparently you have to get through an objective. There's this tank thing. I believe I've seen a streamer friend of mine drive his around. It goes a lot of places. It has a winch, and it has an independent crane on the back, but it doesn't actually do cargo on its own. And that's another fun. I need that one too. And then this is the super paver. Got to be level 14, and apparently a super roller. And then this is the ultimate vehicle. I think the level cap is at 20. SnowRunner, the level cap was 30. This one, I think we're gonna hit a level cap of 20. And that is a mobile base that lets you park it at an official paving mission zone, and then it will teleport the vehicles you need to do that job to you at the cost of one of the purple fuel canisters. And maybe that's the tank with the crane. I don't know. And then I don't know what the hell this is. It scares the living hell out of me. But I got 3 levels plus 1,515 XP before I get to it. So this is my garage. I bought one of my own of these to get the better stats before I had access to the Zix. If I ever need the money, I'll sell it. Got one of those. Here's the mobile base I'm starting with. It's actually a Hagland, if you're familiar with those. I believe it's a Swiss machine. And in the real world, they ship airtight, so they're little boats. And I think they pop a little propeller out of the back to actually drive it. They're adorable little machines. They go everywhere. There's my not a Hummer. There's my crappy paver. There's my bowhead. Oh, I did buy a good stump grinder. You'll notice the stats are across the board except for weight. They're all usually 1 better on the purchased one. I did buy the upgraded sand flattener. I'm sorry. It's not a dump truck. It's a thing pusher. I think they just call them bulldozers. Because the mission I'm going to start off with, I needed something with better mobility because it's up in the mountains. And then they gave me one of those. And I still have the rusty one because it makes things nice and flat. I got that thing. I got a bunch. And here's my Zix. There's my super crane. And then my pretty boy with that. So I've got 100 on the first 3 maps. Incommunicado, there were 3 major hill points that all had radio towers that were all destroyed by the natural disaster. So the entire map was built around rebuilding the infrastructure so that you could build the components that you could then build into convoys to take to the build sites, which all had their own independent challenges in order to rebuild all of the radio towers, thus Incommunicado. We nailed that one, including all of its... all the main objectives, all the side objectives, and you'll notice it's impossible to have done any of that and have 0 infrastructure requests completed. You can't do it without completing those because some of those objectives are complete the infrastructure request. So there's something that it keeps track of funny when it calculates those out. Now I'm working on Sunken. There's a mining area that has become flooded because of the natural disaster. I think these two take place in Eastern Europe someplace. So I believe the intent here is eventually we need to find a way of draining the water out so that we can reopen the mines. I've gotten to a bunch of the mines at this point. Yeah, and it tells me I've completed one infrastructure request. That's great. I've done a whole crap ton, but whatever. I still have 7 main objectives and 5 side objectives, and I haven't even opened the entire map yet, which is kind of impressive. But let's fire this bad boy up. Vehicles you receive for free are crappy. You have to prove you're responsible before parents will give me the keys to the current. Yeah, I know. That's it exactly. There have been a couple more puzzles like this one where you need to drive your scout around inside of a building, knocking over ramps and things. They've been kind of fun. I don't know that I would call it a core element of the game, but they provide a nice little bit of distraction. Give you a little extra use for the scout. Loading complete. Okay, while it finishes loading us in. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Coffee Monkey. Also, you may notice that I am at the edge of the world right now. The edge of the world is defined by the red. I don't think the red was animated before the patch. I think they just added that. So that's another fun part of that patch. Also, let me mark. God damn it, Bardic. Okay, I can't really complain about that. Let's see. I'm going to call that sound because I am here. There was also the free hydrate. Let's get those set up. Now let me cut back and grab this. So, our scenario at hand, here while I hydrate. Ooh. Get stuck and recovers. I've been finding myself having to do that a lot on this map in particular, but good randomosity there. So you start the level down here at the tunnel exit base. You pop out of the tunnel and you are off and running. And I've got the steel pipes facility is up and running. This steel beams facility, I think I got it up and running, but I haven't needed any steel beams yet. In fact, I have 6 that I got for free that are just sitting in storage. The construction depot is an important one because that's where I can go to sell stuff. The concrete slab facility, I have used this one like crazy because you need that to build the concrete bridges. And I found myself building a lot of bridges this time around. Here are 2 of the quarries. As you can see, they are both... they're both full of water. But now that I'm looking, those look like they have drained. I don't remember Kelly telling me that had happened. I remember getting over here and trying to drive in, and it gets deep fast. Well, weird poop. When did she tell me this? That's about the castle. There's lots of... oh, look at all that infrastructure. Oh, so much infrastructure stuff. Lots of failures on those. Lots of failures on those. Concrete bridge construction. Yeah, I had to build a bunch of bridges. Okay, well, that's not really getting me anywhere. So apparently I can come back over and do some stuff over here now that I was going to need to do later. So that's good to know. Here was my second base over here at the river base, which is right next to the concrete plant. That was a big one. Right here, there was an achievement for getting onto this island because it's kind of hard to make out sometimes, but this is their saber-tooth logo. So the achievement was... the description was Get to Saber-tooth Island. The actual title was the ASCII code for nice, which is very clever. And I kind of noticed that Hey, right here, there's this little set of tracks that kind of drives down into the water. I wonder if that's how you get out there. And it turns out if you kind of go this way, and then you cut back over here to this island, and then you follow along the base of that trunk, you pop out right over here. And then over here, this is the first way I tried getting out there. If you swing really wide on this corner and then cut back, you can actually make that connection. There's no other way out here. And this is where I needed my wood bridge to get over that really big gap right there. So there used to be 3 trees right here. There are no longer. There are now 3 stumps there. And that's what got me access through the rock field over here to this flooded quarry that is no longer flooded. So that's an exciting point. Base number 3 is Mountain Base. I didn't have to do anything except find this one, and they just magically opened it for me. And then there is a 4th base over here, Lakeside Base. I got to it, but I have no idea what I'm supposed to do to earn it, so I think there's going to be more missions I'm going to have to do first. But where does that leave me now? Well, now I have... Oh, no, I did this... Actually, I just completed the side mission. Sunday night, I played this until I was too tired to go on, realizing that I actually didn't have to work on Monday, so I think I was up till 1. I think I stayed up till 2 the prior night, hanging out with Sandwich on his stream. So the mission was, hey, you know what? From down here, you can see Lantivken Castle up there. We should probably send some aid supplies up there because that's a really convenient point for staging your aid. A, no, it's not. It's on top of this giant-ass rock that's really hard to get to. And B, it's hard to get to, so it turns out if you have a good four-wheel drive Scout, you can actually drive up this practically vertical road right here, and then you drive over this collapsed wall, and in you go. But there's no way an AI vehicle is making this. So I thought, well, how can we do this? That one, oh, okay, the one that needs maintenance. So you notice I've got 4 of these that are fully operational. I'm sorry, 3 of them that are fully, no, it is 4. No, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just 3. I have 3 that are fully operational. The game says I have 1 on the save map. And then I've got this one that is broken. It's someone down here. Yeah, they've torn up this little stretch so much that they're having trouble getting through. Every once in a while, I just say, you know what, try it again. See how it goes. But this one here, now that I have completed the route, I've established one that got 1 truck through. I get the mission credit. But now there's 10.5 grand and 3,400 XP waiting for me at basically 4 trucks. 4 trucks will deliver that total amount for me. So I need to get the 4 trucks through. Apparently the most recent one... Oh, yeah, what I have seen is they're getting a little squirrely in this gravel, and then they're not quite hitting this point, so they are running into the railing on this concrete bridge that I built over those rocks because I could not get them to navigate through it. And then I ran in to the exact same problem up here. There's rocks that kind of stick out right here. There were a couple of trees up here that's steep enough that I couldn't quite get the convoy trucks to go up that high even after I mauled down the trees. And then down low, there was this one bush that was too short for my trucks to rip it out by driving over it, but it was too tall for the convoy trucks to get over. It would hit those, pop the nose up in the air, throw them over into the rocks over here, and then they couldn't get through. So I had to build this long-ass bridge in order to get up here. And then there's a muddy patch right here that none of my trucks had a problem with, but all of the AI trucks did. So I brought out my big old 20-ton dumper. I tilted the bed
Old
up.
Bacon Face, what a landing.
Uh-oh.
Congratulations
Nico
on your
is here.
landing. 41.61 points to you. Drink up to celebrate your landing.
I landed for points during the countdown, Nico. So that one's already been called. So I'm driving my truck along here. I'm dumping the sand behind me. This is going to be great. It's going to work out simple. And then my finger slips off to the right a little bit. So the whole truck bed pivots over. And it then proceeds to dump all the rest of my sand down the cliff face and into the little lake below. And as you may note here, this is only a sand refill zone because I've got that truck sitting right here full of sand. That's
Thanks.
part of the benefits of a
Mysterious
heavy dump
voice in
truck.
the sky.
Otherwise, you have to get over here. Think, oh, look, this is perfect. All you have to do is just drive up the road into the castle. You can reload on sand. That entryway right there is too narrow for the heavy dump truck. And no matter how close up against this little dashed yellow line you get, it doesn't work. Found I can drive down this little hill into this little gap. Don't stay too close to here, but come up between these two trees. And you can see where I've dumped a bunch of sand in here because it's not level. If I get to right here, I can reload on sand and then pull back over this way. So I got that finished off. The AI truck finally managed to make its way through, drove the rest of the way up, popped in here to the castle.
Oh great.
I got credit.
Mysterious sky voice will Jedi flipper truck this stream.
Very good likelihood. I've definitely gotten into flipping trucks here. So now I'm at the point where I need to get this convoy to go the rest of the way through, because I think doing this convoy to its completion, so you've got all 10,560 RoadCraft dollars, gets you an achievement, and that's the most important part of the game. Dispatch vehicles. When you are doing this as a mission, it will restart the truck at the last successful waypoint, so that you could do this a little faster. But now that I'm into convoy mode, it is going to start the convoys all over again. And back here. Fun note. So Sunday's when I got this done. Monday, I got ragingly sick to my stomach. Bad. I have no idea why. I didn't feel like playing the video games at all on my free day off. So I didn't play any then. And I think I even went to bed at 9. I felt so sick to my stomach. Tuesday, of course, ready to go back to work. Everything's fine again. Tuesday night's Pathfinder night, so there's no trucking then. But Monday night, I since I had my route built, I wanted to see how maybe some other people had done it, because that's the great part about these games, is there are an infinite number of ways of solving anything. This isn't exactly SnowRunner, but SnowRunner, where there's a will, there's a way. It applies here. I found a video of a guy who built his route that goes over the train tracks. Actually, I think it just goes over this part because I've moved the trains out of the way. Flips around here, drives up this little path, around the corner, yeah, to right here. And then I validate, no, not that far, to right about here. And I validated, you can do this. He then built a 45-degree ramp that went straight up to land right here at the bottom of this dirt section. And then this is too steep for the AI trucks to climb up in the gravel. So he actually paved this entire thing up, including coming up and over this hump where the wall had partially collapsed so that they could drive in. He said, yeah, once you do that, it only takes a minute for these trucks to do that drive. So he got that achievement in just 4 minutes. You dirty son of a bitch. So mine are going the long way around. This is the path where I actually use the cable layer to put in the electric line, as you can tell by the blue here, in order to power up this steel pipe facility.
Let's get a flipping a truck, not a bird, because birds are not real. Cackle, cackle, cackle. Those are bird noises for the faux birds that don't exist.
Yep, this is called the Eagle View because it doesn't exist either. So I'm following this really rough dirt trail, so the little vans don't do well. As part of today's patch, one of the AI changes they made is that it's still just as hard as ever to get that initial mission route completed the first time. But once you go into this operational mode for your convoys, these trucks are supposed to be better equipped with their 4-wheel drive. I'm already a little worried about this dude. So yeah, this isn't a road that he's driving on. It's where I turned up the dirt to lay down the cable and then just kind of folded the dirt back up over the top. Now that it's my convoy, it sports my colors instead of driving in white. So yeah, these guys can kind of make it. They're going to be slow. So what that means in the meantime, I'm hopeful that he will at least be able to get back up to... Where did I put this first bridge? Over... Is it down here? Oh, okay, this one right here. Because I think where it ran into trouble was it got squirrely, and then it bonked into the railing right there at the base of that bridge so that it just couldn't go forward, and it couldn't figure out how to turn up here to make a better approach. So we're going to wait. We're going to see how it does. In the meantime... There's something else I found. Two something else's that I found up here at the castle. Who's the closest truck? Do I have something... I have something useful that I could do with this? How about you, sir? Yes, you will do nicely. While that other truck drives... How's the volume there? A little bit of volume. So I put some more sand down here because that's a bit of a bump to get up there. So I drive up here. There's my big pile of sand at the bottom of the damn hill. This truck doesn't really have anything else to do up here anymore. It had to deliver the concrete slabs to build that last bridge. I don't think I'll need any more bridges. I don't think so. But I may have to put down more sand and flatten it. I don't think I'll have to pave anything, but, well, we'll see when we get there. I only need the first 4 trucks to get through. This dude should fit in here. So, apparently it was present in the demo, but I didn't get to play the demo. But there are a number of little toy trucks that exist on each level. And you can take them back to the main base to sell them for $10,000 each. So there was one sitting over in the corner up here. Kind of excited when I popped around the corner because I came over the hump over there. Popped around the corner and thought, whoa, there's one of those little red trucks. Sweet. So I scooped it back to the base, scored a quick 10 grand. While I was over here and doing that, though, I noticed typically you've got the red barrels, which are obviously explosive, even though I've never blown one up. And then there are the blue ones. But this here is a green one. Is it fast cycle? Yeah. Let's reel you in a little bit. Vehicle failed the route between steel pipes and whatever the hell the castle. So that's the one. That's the one that I'm working on. Hang on, I gotta remember my control scheme here. So yeah, there's this green barrel. Someone was trying to tell me that the green barrels... No, that's the one right there. Hang on, this is not the one I'm looking for. This is not the droid I am looking for. It's this one right here. This is the one where I spotted the logo. It's the dark green, not the light green. It's been a couple of days since I watched this. So while I was doing this, I got to hear, and I spotted this as I was grabbing the toy truck, and I go, wait, isn't that a Warhammer logo? What? So I went online and checked, and apparently, yes, it is a Warhammer logo. In Expeditions, one of the expansions, they had a deal or a partnership with the company that was making some of the Warhammer games at the time. So they had a crossover event, and there were some Warhammer stickers that you could get for your Expeditions trucks. Since these are the same developer studio, apparently they kept that going. And supposedly, these barrels are worth a fortune when you sell them. So I figured while the other task is busy running, I am going to grab one of these and take it back to base just to see what it sells for. Boop, I set you there. Fold crane. Now for some reason it's not... Oh, it's because I didn't detach it. Fold crane. There it goes. Okay. Then we hold this one to strap down our barrel. We don't want it going anywhere. Before we start driving, though, we need to open this. Weird. He got to the top of that ramp, and I'm going to guess he probably dropped a tire into some mud right there that he couldn't get out of. Okay. Well, that we can deal with in fairly short order. Or am I looking at this upside down? I was looking at it upside down. Damn it. Okay, he did the exact same thing. He got to right there. He ran into the railing. So what I want to do, I probably should have done this before, is I want to move that up a little bit. I don't think I want him going higher up here because I think that's got a slope to it. I think it's when he comes along those too dark a lane right there. That lower section is a little goopy and it pulls him to the right. So let's try going a little bit higher. start that run again. Ideally, what I would like to do is peek in on his route before he gets there, but we're going to go out the back route here because it is a much shorter drive. Give you a quick look at how gnarly this can be. I haven't done this in a full-size truck. I've only
Out
done
of the
it.
office, Carla that is a spooky ghost making a sound that might be scary if TTS did not say it, so really it's just a noise, and not a scary noise at all. I'm looking
weird,
BTW, that stands for by the W.
By the W. Apparently, it was 2 characters too long. She gave up. So right there by that little bush in the near ground, that's where that giant 45-degree ramp would come up to. And then as soon as he got to the dirt, that part was too steep unless he paved it. And this part was absolutely too steep to come up for any of the AI trucks. It doesn't look too bad for my trucks, though. Way easier to go down. Okay, let's get you cooking, son. So yeah, supposedly the AI in the convoy is going to be better about remembering to engage its 4-wheel drive. That I had noticed before, that the clearly 4-wheel drive vehicles were only spinning sometimes only the front and sometimes only the rear wheels. They couldn't quite decide, but they were 2-wheel drive no matter what. So apparently it's going to be better about actually running the 4-wheel drive for getting over some things.
Wow, Jedi cheaped out on the TTS bot. Another streamer I know that has one supports the full 500 character Twitch message limit. Ask me how I know.
I cheaped out in that it came with the system for free, so technically yes. I had considered using one of those that you actually have to redeem channel points for, but I was worried that that might be too restrictive and too big a pain in the butt to actually use. Now maybe I'll make Nico use that one. Maybe. Where do I actually want to go? Oh, hey, there's the cable layer right there, actually. I want to take the route... No, I gotta check the map. I've already gotten lost. It's been a couple of days. I have my route... Oh, okay, it's coming out right there. So I want to do the same thing. Before I do that, though... Where my boy at? Oh, here he is. He's almost there. Let me drive down to the gateway that I'm going to drive him out. I'm actually going to take part of my not a road, because that will shorten the travel time for getting back to the main base to sell this barrel, because I've only found one spot where you can actually sell stuff. It's the port back on the other side of the river. We'll get to drive across a really bitchin' bridge that I built. Am I somehow stuck on things? My 4-wheel drive is on. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Okay, we're gonna park you up right there. Where's the dingus? Here he is. Let's do a spectate. I really do like this feature. And although making and paving your own roads...
Look at that 5 viewers of Bingo Iginja Dingo was his name, OHH.
Oh, God damn it, Nico. And yeah, unfortunately 5 viewers kind of... 5 bingo votes counts. Yeah, 5 bingo votes counts, but I don't think there's been an actual vote yet. Let me call that one off. As far as I know, this is a 4-wheel drive van, but it's definitely still only spinning its front wheels. But at least the AI will back up a little bit and make another shot at things. And like here, it actually worked. When it does it at the bottom of the bridge that I built, though, it just keeps slamming into that same point over and over. And I had one, after I got my little sand path built up top, where it had one wheel that it kind of got off the sand, Oh, it tried so hard to hook that wheel again. But it got one wheel hooked, and so it stopped. And so it decided to back up, and it backed off right off the side of the cliff. God damn it, trucks. Okay, well, we got past that. We're going to let it drive, because it takes it a little while, because this is all climb up until here. We run past the substation. This isn't too bad. This is downhill, kind of, through to that point. And then the bridge. Yeah, the bridge is where it starts to kick back uphill. This is one spot where I'm a little worried about traction, especially once you get right up to kind of here and it has to crest that hill. And then there's one pole. Yeah, this one right here. The main track is too slick. It can't do it. I routed off to the side and it's working for now, but I think that's one of the paths that's going to end up fatiguing, and I will have to come in, and at that point I'll probably put sand on that one then. If I cared about any of this, I would definitely come in with at least sand to make this a semi-proper road, because those convoy trucks really don't like driving on this, but they get the job done at least. And then I want to go out this way. My boy went up the canyon over there, but I'm going this way. Do I have a choice here? That goes over the top. Maybe I actually do want to take this lower route. Because I want to pop out over here. Wait, did this drain too? No, okay, it's still... Well... That may have drained too, and it forgot to tell me about that. Well, damn it! Okay, in that case, all I need to do is follow this second trench line. Okay, the first time I got confused because I had the map upside down. This time I'm confused because apparently I actually did drain all the lakes that I knew I was going to need to drain. It didn't remember to tell me. Come on, Kelly. Kelly has remained delightful through this whole thing, though. She is so full of snark. She very clearly hates this company that we work for. They are her corporate overlords, and she treats them thusly. And I think she has a little bit of a crush on me, but if my driver here was to ever to act on it, she would probably shoot him down in a heartbeat. Because I think she likes that he's a little emotionally unavailable. That's... makes absolutely no sense, so that's what I'm going with. So... nope, this is still very wet. It just turned a different color. Okay, this one did not drain. I wonder if that means the other one... I'm just so used to seeing it from this view, where it's very clearly full of water. I didn't mean to pave this little ramp up, or sand that ramp up, but it's worked out really well. But that other spot with the double lakes, those may still be full. I thought I needed to get something else powered up before they could run the pumps. So, and I'm working on a side mission now, so I know that I haven't done it yet. I don't remember this truck being so slow. I wonder if they changed something in the patch. There we go. Part of a mission, I had to build this. The water level is definitely lower overall, because it used to splash up over the end of the ramp there. So I don't think things have drained. It knocked my paver off. That was safely and securely on there the last time I was here. Damn it. I have to figure out how to fix that. We're also going to have to experiment with the paver someday to see if it actually drives a little easier. We just had to get to the other side of this port facility. Another
Probably just the wind.
It may be. Another part of the patch is, although it was very cool... I'm out of the way, out of the way. That's a convoy that's still working. Interesting that that one's still running the white vans instead of changing to my colors like this other one did. Curiouser and curiouser. So I pull up here. While I'm here, let's... Oh, okay, no, he broke down. Where did he break down? Honestly, that is not where I had expected. Vehicle is stuck. So... Oh. There's another spot where, because my truck bounced a lot, it accidentally dumped out some sand. I'm going to have to go intentionally dump some sand over there, I think, in order for it to get out. Where's the... Oh, it is so far away from an actual sand zone, though. And I think that's what, going this way, that's what makes the big challenge. Is that everything else tends to be within the big yellow circles, so you can just refill sand from the sky into your dump truck and keep going. But this whole stretch right here is all isolated, and it has this tall ridge right here that you can't just drive over, so it ends up turning into a bit of a drive either way. Okay, we'll deal with that in a moment. Because right now, since I'm here, I open shop. I can sell this barrel for $40,000. That's 25% of the money that I have made net so far. So, yes, please. Take that. There's a good way to make some cash and buy some new stuff. I had to buy a bunch of concrete slabs on the prior map because I had a concrete slab facility, but it never told me what kind of recycled goods I needed to take there in order to actually make concrete slabs. And now that I've been on this map, and it has told me, and I have found them, I don't think there were any of the concrete recyclables on the other map. So I bought a bunch of those. I think there's an achievement for buying some obscene amount of money's worth of stuff from the shop, so I may be back for this someday later. Oh, hey, it's saving, Nico. Oh, okay, nothing's working because I'm in the shop menu. I'm a little weird about that UI, but that's fine, whatever. Let's come back over here. Let's see about fixing up... Look how fun this thing is. We are going to see about... Oh, God, and it's not full of sand. Oh, son of a biscuit weaver. Okay, let's go take care of that first. What a good horn. You could buy a Space Marine model with that kind of money. Yeah, but only one. And then I'd have to save up money to buy the correct paints for it. And then if I actually wanted to play it, I would need 103 times as much cash in order to afford the entire army. So I'll just plow across that. I'm looking up here. Yeah, here's my shortcut. You can see where I've accidentally dumped sand. It's just going to happen. I think actually I might be able to take the lower route for that. I don't have to come up here. Pivot. Pivot. Pivot! There. It doesn't always pivot so good. And then, so far, I haven't run into the SnowRunner trees with the unbreakable branches that refuse to allow you through. Ah, yes, this little crevasse right here that I've filled with sand. This is the only spot other than inside the castle up there where I can refill on this. Now, one of the theories that I've worked on, but I haven't used it, is that because this is a mobile sand refiller for other sound trucks, you can kind of daisy chain them together. I would only have to drive a truck to right there to refill it, and then when this one's empty, refill it right where it sits, and it would re-enable this little circle, but at that point it gets a little silly, so I haven't done that yet. And that doesn't apply to any of the other paving jobs that I have done this far.
Did a tornado just fill your truck with sand?
Yes, that's exactly how it works. That's how construction works. nope. Oh, okay, it's being weird about pivoting. There it goes. It's really... Sometimes it kind of loses track of things. This is where the paver has the most trouble, because they gave it a really weak drivetrain, so it would hang itself up real quick and easy on level sand. This one is at least getting kind of tied up on angles and things. I'm going to try going... I haven't tried going this way yet. See, because I'm at a steep angle, it's dumping a little sand. And it's not climbing. It's not climbing. Okay, we're gonna do the way that I had been going then. Every time I do this, I lose some extra sand. Okay, back up on the road. Try not to slide down to the bottom. Yeah, oh yeah, you can see just from the way I'm driving right now that this body is not square to the treads. It's a big pain in the butt to get it level.
Oh heck yeah, look at that, we got us a goddamn it, Nico. Victory to us, hip hip hooray.
Damn it, Nico, you made me drive into a tree with that. Okay, now we're headed back up here. No, stop losing sand! This is a steep hill. Maybe I'm supposed to back up here. Ooh, went straight to the second sword. Oh god, I'm losing so much sand. Oh god! And that's not unique to this heavy dump truck. They all do it. How and why am I stuck here? Drivetrain of this thing is terrible. No? Is this it? Is this where we live now? Strictly speaking, I'm not stuck? But yeah, it's not going to allow me to clear this hill. Let's try riding up a lot higher on these rocks on the right. Ah! Kinomi! I think I'm trying to actually pronounce that correctly for a change. Welcome in, Kinomi and Raiders. You may recognize... Well, I'm stuck, so yeah, you may recognize that part. I'm not stuck. I just can't get this stupid giant truck to go up this stupid 2 rocks. Maybe it's because of the sand. Maybe this is where I dumped all the sand accidentally on the way down before. I am working on fixing up my castle route so that I can get the 4 convoys up so that I can get the achievement for it. And the 10 grand. I like 10 grand. Okay. Screw this. I'm going to have to go get the bulldozer. Let's see if maybe if we flatten some of the sand out, maybe it'll help us. Stop pouring all of your sand out. There's literally going to be nothing left by the time I get up this damn hill. Edge of the world. No, never stuck. Well, for bingo purposes, there is stuck. I can't go forward. I can't go backward. I'm trapped here forever. Someone come help me. This is just, I can't go forward. I was very easily able to back up, though. Well, okay, screw it. As long as I'm here and I've got this blade, let's go ahead and start doing a little of this. KDP is here. We worked it out last night, KDP. Tay is coming out here with me and KD to pick up your Switch 2 for you. Wait, where? Wait. Where are you going? No one asked you to back way down there. Okay, I've set the brake. Taking off this brake. Let's go flatten some of this out up here. It is the one and only KDP. Such a struggle. Yeah. Well. So far, the van and the convoy. Well, I've built a couple of bridges to get that initial truck, van, whatever it was, over this. So that wasn't. I probably spent 2 hours working on it. I put some sand down in some spots. I put down a couple of bridges to get over some rocks like this one, and we got it done. It was a good time. That was all off stream though, sadly. So I figured, in order to get it all properly smooth to get these extra vans over, I'll do that on stream. That'll be fun, right? And today's patch is supposed to have made the AI a little smarter about dealing with bad terrain, and turns out no. I can't really tell much difference. Let's come back over to here. I do have the giant crane over here. If it comes to it, I guess I could just try picking this boy up and lifting him over. Damn it, I'm finally going to get to the other side of this, and there'll be no damn sand left. That's all I need on the other side is some sand. Shit, it's already dropping it. Come on, I smoothed this out. It should be fine. Okay, we're at the same spot. Oh my god, that actually worked. Smoothing something did it. I was saying this earlier, but I watched a video of a guy that did this. He went...
Jedi, why are you hauling a shovel full of...
I don't know why it decided it was tired. It gave up. It quit. It hated your speech. Sorry about that. So, he just drove it across the rail yard, and then he built a 45-degree max length ramp that came all the way from the valley floor up to the lower section of the rear entrance to the castle. And then he paved every inch of dirt from the train station to the ramp, and then from the ramp over the back wall of the castle and into it. It was crazy to watch him do it, and the trucks only then took a minute to drive from one base to the next. Where specifically did we crap out? I want to be sure I'm putting the sand somewhere appropriate. Right there in front of me, but before we get to that next load down. That hardly looks like something that should have had a problem with traction. So, okay, under the nose of my truck. So I'm going to try tipping the bed here and pulling forward, crossing my fingers, holding my breath, that I'll have enough to do a truck and a half length. I'm so low on sand that I'm having trouble. God, I had so little sand left. They did that to me on purpose. I really need to use the other heavy dump truck. This thing is really getting to be annoying with the way that it starts pivoting side to side. Okay, let's get out. Let's get out here. Let's get this going. Let's flat this. You know what? I want to flat it going the other direction. Because it started dumping a little bit late. I want to push it up the hill rather than pulling it down the hill. I'm going to be ever so slightly strategic here. Use the buttons. For that one, that might actually be a little better. I feel like I get a little better control over the amount of tip if I'm using the thumbstick, but then I pivoted off the side. I showed chat earlier where I built my upper ramp to get over some rocks. There's then a cliff that drops down into a little puddle that's got mud on top. I needed to sand over that mud. As I was pouring the sand, I then pivoted the back end so it dumped all of my sand into the pit at the bottom. So I had to figure out how and where to drive to get more sand. So I'm kind of still in that same stupid boat here. I also think there's some bonus sand right there that was worth pushing out. Yeah, this is the direction that we want to push this stuff. Let's get right up here. And now that we know it'll get this far, I'm going to launch another one. We're going to see. You're going to see if it gets. Oh, I hope it gets this far again. Bummer that it starts over. So, in the meantime, what else do I have to work on? There's... Crap. I saw another toy truck. I think it was in... Is it in this village? No, because that's not a village. That's the... That's right. It was up here in Monteville. I think there was another toy truck up here. Like maybe that it right there. I saw it as I was driving by on one of these or t'other. But I don't remember now. It's the sort of thing eventually I might go look up the list of where the toys list so I can go grab them all. But we'll see if I can avoid that for now. What else do I have? Oh, I need to bring steel beams to the... Oh, hey, I actually finally need some beams. Of course, I need 10. Oh, also, I did burn my first sword. And the second one already got called, so let me pop that one off there too real quick. Those two are called. How are we doing on bingo over here on this machine? Ooh, that one's not doing well at all. That's good enough. So I need to come up with 4 extra beams. So yeah, remember how just a handful of minutes ago I was saying I think the steel beam facility is running, but I haven't needed any, so I haven't bothered. Guess it's time to bother. I'm only going to need road construction, I think, over here at this point, so I don't need the big crane over here anymore. Why did I have the big crane over here in the first place? What did it need? Did I dump one of my trucks sideways and I needed it to come turn me back upright? Because I didn't need the big steel things. I have no idea why I brought the giant crane over here. It really didn't need to be. So I think we're gonna not do that anymore. We're gonna send him home. Let's send you back to the tunnel exit base. Oh, out of the way, out of the way. Oh! Okay, it was willing to share space with me. Oh no, it's not driving, but at least it's willing to share physical space for the moment. Let me get it out of the convoy's way. I think the convoy goes up that way. So I'm going to try to sit here in this little pie slice. Okay, no one run into me. Oh, hey, he did come this way. Stupid jerk. We're watching this truck over here. Oh, he's actually making pretty good time. I may not want to screw around for too long. So if I take... Where the hell am I? Oh, okay, I'm over here. Well, basically, I just want to follow this truck because he's actually going to the steel beam facility, and then I'm going to look around here for recyclables to go build my beams with. Let's see if I can get droved over there in time to then switch back and watch my convoy guy. He's got a good horn. This is the rusty version, right? Yes, definitely the rusty version. And that's my sand quarry. Oh yeah, follow that truck up ahead. Try not to tear up the mud too much.
Follow that truck.
Yeah, I am. We definitely can't go through this tunnel because it is now a trash receptacle. And this ain't Trash Runner, so someone else is responsible for cleaning that. Every so often, one of these guys, the convoy dudes, will point down this way and they'll tumble. Ooh, hey, you know what they tumble into? Is this great big pipe right here that this crane is a beast at picking up. So let's just pick it up. Come with me if you want to be beams. I don't need to be in low gear, I don't think, so let's take that out. And I think I need to stay to the right over here. Yeah, there's a big lip if you go to the left, so I need to stay to the right, and I just need to get up over into one of these yellow squares. And stay out of the way of that yellow door. This facility comes with a lot of damn rules. Also, because it's the coolest, I love the anchors on this truck. A little X-Wing action going on. Whoop. Spin that around. It's still spinning. May have gone too far. Waiting for the little flashing on the ground. There's the flashing on the ground. Plop.
10 viewers.
Recycled. 10 viewers is correct, Nico. I would almost put you in charge of calling that one, except I assumed that you would abuse it. There you go. Congrats on the 10. I need to... Okay, so the game gets a little weird. I don't have access to the store controls at this point. Maybe it's because I still have the anchors out. No, it's just because sometimes it gets buggy. Oh, nope. Okay, now it is open down there at the bottom. I have 3. Oh. I need 4 more.
Nico.
Yeah, Nico. Okay, so I only need a little bit of metal scrap over here. There were the 3. Oh, it goes faster if you take the parking brake off. There's a red rusty pipe thing
Nico.
over there. Yeah, so Nico. Oh my god, that's so Nico. Yeah, there's the little blue barrels. Oh, there's two red ones if I need them. I'm only going to worry about this one right now. Come with me if you want the recycle. A, I think I've already done that. And B, that's a bingo. Look at that. I called a bingo while reversing poorly. Whoosh, it rolls away. Oh, not quite enough to get that 4th beam built. Okay, let's go grab one more piece of crap. I'm sorry, scrap. I wonder how many I may end up needing. Maybe I need those. I need that on. That up. Yeah. Let's go for a big one as long as we're over here. Ooh, this one's rusty and dirty. It's perfect for recycling. Nope, it's caught on the lip. It's caught on the lip, everybody. Okay, there, I let go of it. Oh, no, no, don't! Son of a... It stayed stuck on the lip instead of reversing, so...
Wow,
there's
Nico.
that. Let's go ahead and... knock that one out. Also, is this a new route?
Can't park there.
Yeah, but I'm going to... Hey, congratulations, Bardic! You have successfully completed a bingo round. There's so many poops going on right now. Honestly, it's closer for me to just recover this truck back to the base rather than bring someone else in to come flip him back upright. There's neither bonus nor penalty to bothering to do that, so I've already made the bingo flip. Let me get him parked up out of the way. And then I want to go take a quick look at where we failed this time. Somewhere earlier than before. That looks like he got dragged off to the side. Somewhere that he shouldn't have really been off to the side. And we have to go a little wide on that one. Tell you what, we're just going to let this one roll. I'm going to go into his view, and then if you are ready to face the wheel, Bardic, we'll go grab you a prize. Oh, nope, wrong truck. That was enter, not spectate. There we go. We're going to key up behind him. Oh, you are passing on the wheel. Bold move. Well, in that case, winner number 2 is up. You just wanted to catch old bacon face? And let me go check the leaderboard. Yeah, Vicky B had just passed Nico for 4th. Is a little ways behind KDP, but yeah, it's a tight race for 1st, 2nd, and then 3rd through 5th. Oh, okay. Well, we're not going to go to the wheel yet, so we'll hang out here. Oh, actually, while he's doing some of his initial driving. Let me go find my crane again, and let's go see... No, damn it. It shifted to the garage because it was too close. Let's go fix our scrap problem. I need one more piece. And I think I'm taking this to the bigger quarry across the river. I believe I could actually use the highway truck with the big trailer to haul all 10 of these pieces rather than stacking them all up in the back of the mule, which is also highly viable. I've certainly done something like that before. Let's slow down a little bit before we throw ourselves over the edge. These are all smaller pieces.
From downtown!
Hey, welcome in, Sandwich. I pronounced it that way on purpose. For no reason. It felt like it. Yeah, I know. Well, it's more mine, but they're close to wells. They're full of water, so they're like wells right now. So if I park up right here, throw out my buoys. Ooh, it actually liked that one on the first try. I like this. Now, can you help me out this time? We're pulling real slow, but we're pulling. Can you clear a lip? Can you? No, you can't, because you are a jerk. But what happens if I bring you up over here? Ah, look how the tide has turned. No, I didn't actually mean to spin you. I meant to send you this way. Let's get our boom lined up, give or take. It's no problem driving with that across the front windshield. We're trained for that. Sandwich, yes, exactly. Winching is my pastime. You can't winch nearly as much in this game as you can SnowRunner.
Well, it's manwich.
Man, I haven't had a manwich in a very long time. Boom! Toss that aside.
Hey, Stinko.
And I have the little thing in the corner. There we go. Now there are 7 beams available, and I only need 4, but you know, whatever. We're going to back you out of the way. Out of the way, knave. Oh, I hear an AI coming. Yeah, there he is. So I got out of the way just in time. Let's kill the backup beeper, because that is super annoying after a very short period. He's beginning his assault. Oh, in fact, he is almost to the ramp. Let's watch him. Let's watch him try to hit that ramp. Let's see how he do. I'm going to take advantage of that to do a quick hydration here. He comes so close to hooking up on that railing again. But he hasn't yet. And now it's raining. The frequency of the rain... I've watched 2 people
So
stream
good,
this
I
today.
bet that sounded nothing like Teen Girl Squad, sadly.
Is this game as stupid fun as it looks? Just playing... Yes!
Troll
This
them.
is playing with your Tonka trucks out back. This one adds the fun and joy and frustration of letting the AI sometimes drive your trucks. Today's patch is supposed to help out with that AI, make them not quite as stupid. This one's pretty bad, though, so far. As long as they get to a different point, they will keep backing up and trying again, but as soon as they kind of stall out in the same place more than once, then you're boned. This one I think I could address by moving the waypoint over, because I think once he drops down into this little ditch, I would say either he's doomed or he's suddenly going to get traction. Interesting. Just play to beat. I think that's what everyone plays for, is to beat Nico. Vicky Beat just edged Nico out on Saturday. Oh, okay, we're getting there. This is the stretch a little farther up where I was worried about traction, but had found at the time that if it sticks to the left, it seems to do okay. Still slow, but okay. So here, yeah, here's where it's starting to kind of veer off, get a little more into that grass, get grass traction, you know, graction. Kind of move on all up the over there. Okay, he's going okay. Yeah, it wasn't dying out before until it got over here, so we got another couple of minutes before it does that. I think, to be interesting, let's go see if I've got that big truck mess. Oh, I have access to the big truck mess. I have access to buy it, but I don't actually have it yet. But I do have this one available. I was using it to move that other equipment around, but since reloading after the patch appears to have knocked this dude off, you would better run better than you did before, is all I'm saying here. After finally allowing me to change the company name to have the word Jedi in it, the next patch item that I looked forward to the most was making the paper there more drivable.
2 minutes, Nico.
Nico. Actually, I need to do this one first because I got to drop the ramp. Oh, toggle ramp. Okay, yeah, those. Oh, okay. It's one of the rare instances where an engine isn't running. Normally, you can't make them stop. This thing bounced way far forward. And, you know, honestly, I really had expected that even. It's still running, though. It absolutely still counts as a flip, but it's still running. We'll figure out what to do with him later, because I'm not here for them right now. I'm here for this bad boy. Because I want him to go collect the steel beams we need. I don't need that. I need...
I'm driving my truck.
Drive your truck faster,
I'm
sir.
so driving my truck. I'm flying my truck right now back to the tunnel base. It's got a quieter horn. There's that whole tractor sitting right there. That's a great big recyclable. I should have just taken it in the first place. Oh well, we got all the recycling we need now. We have completely healed the planet. Did you not type anything until now, Nico? Did it not? Have you been just doing TTS and other Jedi bot commands all the way up until now? Have you been doing that for an hour and 40 minutes before you finally type something normal? God damn it, Nico. It was an amazing job of getting that delayed intro, though. Well done.
Sneako stinko.
She totally burned you there. Oh no, crap! You're stuck again. Okay, hang on. I want to spectate. What do you actually? Oh, you've gotten just above the sand I put down. So I'm gonna need to. I'm gonna need to sand it up to the top there. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, that's good. That's great to know. I love knowing that. That's awesome. Because that truck is empty. And to put anything in that truck, I either have to drive all the way back up both of my ramps, or I got to drive all the way around to here. We're going to put a pin in that one for a minute or two. We are going to come over here and take a look at this situation first. Because there's a small chance I might actually be able to do something here.
Double goddamming woot woot, there's a bingo in my heart.
Oh, someone's behind me. They're going to be honking at me shortly, aren't they? I took too long. Where? I heard the AI. Where is he? Oh, well. I sure hope he can make it up this with his big old trailer. Oh. Okay. He was not phased at it like the big crane was. He was more than happy to go ahead and pull that hill. That makes us happy. We are going to pull you up along the give it to me zone. Okay, let's park you up. I'm not quite close enough to that crane to do the quick and easy toggle, so let's go this way. You need to stay out of the AI's way, because the AI will get all mad at me if I'm parked in the way. So I've got two options here. I've got 7 steel beams waiting for me to pick up here. I have 6 back in my main storage, which I can get to from any of my garages. I need 10. Do I just go grab another one of those big pipes, recycle it here, and then put all 10 on this trailer right here and now? And then I've got 6 for later missions if I need them. I think so, actually. Oops, I let go of one. I let go of one stick a little too early. Just don't, damn it. Just don't get caught under the trailer. And whoosh, it got caught under the trailer. Okay, it's not lifting. I guess I'm going to have to do this way instead.
Work smarter, not harder.
Or just work worse and call it a day. Work as little as possible and then go home. Oh, that's way under the trailer. Okay, I'm not going to be able to just casually.
I think so as
bring
well.
them in that way. I'm gonna have to do the old up and over each time. Actually, I was hoping I could get that to pivot a little first. That's good enough. Just stay on the trailer. You only have to be close. Once I can put the straps down, then everything will be fine. I'm just gonna slap you down. Not over the trailer, am I? Alright, there's 5. There's the AI. How you doing, Bubba?
R H H H H H H H H H H H H H boop H H H H H H H H H H.
I'm going to take the toys away from you, Nico. See, Sandwich is sitting right now in the dog park with Rocky, and he's crying because of what you're doing.
Please don't. I just wanted to see how TTS would say that.
Let's see. There's a great big one. Oh, nope. Okay, I never let go of the backup trigger, and I was just wondering why it was still backing up.
I just
Because
fell
I'm
to my
broken.
knees, crying in the dog park hearing this. Sandwich aka man which don't shed more tears for my stupidity.
Can I... Oh, look at that. I could reach it. It's only going to grab it by a little... Oh, no, wait. I don't think it actually did it. Hang on, let me try this again. Nope, that grabbed a stupid barrel, rock, brick. I don't know what the hell that
Porn,
was.
there you go, KDP.
Okay, and it's going to make me drive forward to go grab that other pipe. And I'm driving with the parking brake on because I clearly don't care. Is that it? I don't know. Let's find out. This feels like I would be better served to actually remember to put out... Yep, to put out the anchors there. The anchors are way more effective in this game than they are in SnowRunner. What I want is to get this straight uplift. There we go. That's what I missed the first time. I didn't get enough of the vertical lift before I tried bringing it over. That's what got me hung up on the lip. There we go. See, doing all of this amazing recycling here and now has it's saved the planet. The tons of emissions pouring out of these trucks as I drive, as you watch them right now, 100% offset by recycling some of these great big pipes. It's a no-brainer. Greta Thunberg approved. So I had 7. 1, 2, 3. So now all 10 are out and about. I'm sorry, out and about. So let's get the last of these loaded up on this truck here. Oh, I'm using the wrong shoulder button for this. Want a better view. Lift, and side hustle, and drop. I want the X button. Got him. Alright, last one here. Is Greta still doing... As far as I know, Greta, yes, is still doing her thing. She just knows that she can't come to this country to do it, otherwise they will have her arrested and
Shanks Nico.
camped. Anchors off. Anchors away, boys. Let's get you out of a lot of people's way. There's a place you can get to by going up over that paved road, but it's scary up there.
Yuppers KDP.
Yuppers. We're gonna change into this truck. Oh! I forgot the important part. Strap cargo. Yellows everywhere except Two. Two did not get strapped. Okie dokie. I'm glad I noticed that early. Yo, Crane Boy, you forgot something. Allow me to bring them to you. Oh, and it already fell off. That's okay. We were so emotionally prepared for this. Also, as part of our emotional preparation,
Valid like salad.
I gotta remember to unstrap. Yes, this is all of these maneuvers are authenticated as valid as salad. They're also valid for salad, in case you want to go that way. Oh, it actually won't. It won't attach, even though it's showing you the yellow lines, unless you also have the yellow circles. Good to know. So let's that looks good. Oh god, and then it dropped one off the back end. Why is that one moving? That one is moving. It needs to not move. This one's haunted, boys. We better pawn it off on one of the customers. I think that fell into a good spot. Now I just need to get this one up off the ground without it getting caught underneath the trailer again. Let's see if I'll put you up. Maybe 4. Why is that one still moving? Why? Try putting this one down up front here. Let's lift you up a little bit so I can rotate you. Nailed it. Okay, so apparently if you put it in the center on the rear portion here, it's going to be made of glass.
Down in front, please.
One of the fixes that they put in today's patch was it was really hard to get the paver. I'm going to put down the ramps or the anchors just in case. It was really hard to get the paver up the ramps on these trucks because there was a bug that made the friction 0. So it was like trying to drive up ice. Apparently, there's still going to be one point on those ramps where the friction remains 0. I have found it.
Sorry, he hadn't blamed me for anything yet, old back and face.
I want that to sit a little closer, a little more flatterer. I tell you what, if that one will work, I'll take it. So if I do strap cargo, everybody cargoed this time? How are you guys in the back? Everybody down? Well, there was one flashing, but that definitely looks like it is underneath the straps there. So let's go ahead and get you situated. Let's get you. Let's see if we can get you out of here. Oh, okay, you go gooder with the parking brake off. That's fair. I'm just going to push him a little out of the way. He likes it. Any AI coming? Oh, there is an AI coming. I can beat them down this ramp here first. If I'm anywhere near them, they're going to start honking because they're a bunch of jerks. That was a little. Oh god! Okay, I'm turning. Okay, he's not honking, but he has stopped. Oh god! No, don't pivot this way. No, don't pivot this way. Let go of my trailer. Damn it. If he fail, oh yeah, okay. He's about to fail his mission. And since it was a pre-established running one, that means that we're about to call another bingo item. Oh, no, no, wait. Oh, he's backing up, but he can't make that turn. Can I get up here? Wow, I got no grip. I got nothing. I can't go this way.
Wow, they are a great driver.
All of that for nothing. I wonder if I can come around that side. Or... Okay, that's not happening without a bridge. Oh, wait, did I just slide all the way down? Oh, God, now I'm really in his way. Oh, he's still trying. He's trying. And now he's failed. Okay, well, that's 100% gonna fail that. I won't bother waiting. I'm gonna go ahead and an AI route fails after passing previously. That's this one. There's the fail noise and the little warning tag. What I can do for that one at least. That one failed because of me. We're just going to restart that one right now. And what I am going to attempt is to see if I can fight my way through some of the junk over here and crawl up down there. I'm not sure I've ever actually had to try driving back this way before, so I'd never paid attention to how slick that slope is. I'm totally hung up on these stupid
Jedi caused someone else to flip.
Yeah, that's true. When I do that, it's not a flip for me. There's a separate bingo item to get it covered, so I made sure you were taken care of. Wow, in SnowRunner, when you want to get one of these trailers over a bunch of hills like this is the truck you go to for it. This truck is ass for trailers on this map, in this game. Oh, wait, we're moving. I spoke poorly of you, I apologize. Just not very much, because you still sucked. Which is a little weird because it pulled out of that cavity pretty easily on the other side. Oh, we're gonna have the same issue here. Yeah, this trailer is a low boy. And the rain is here. I still don't know if the rain actually makes road surfaces more slickery or not. I may have to call the crane over here and either pick up the trailer or just give me a really good push. I think I can do either way. Where's my AI guy? Did he already go away? Please don't be right over the edge. Nope, I think he must have already completed. And the route failure in the top corner right now is referring to my castle run. Oh no, he's over there. He got himself stuck. Perfect. Couldn't ask for anything more. Damn it. Well, that's one of those routes I've already collected all the rewards off of it. So if he fails, I think I am just going to let him sit over there for the time being. Because I've got much bigger fish to fry, as 'twere. I'm not certain whether I'm actually getting anything out of that or not. That seems like it made a little progress. Not sure about tarmac, but the game has a wetness value to all terrain, indicating it does impact it. I've wanted to definitely say that it feels like it has made a difference at times, but I can't really quantitatively ensure that. But it sure seems like it's been an issue. Oh, yeah, did I actually get it? I don't think I actually moved it far enough. I probably just need to pick it up with the crane. As long as it'll let me. Let me get the cab pivoted over. Maybe it'll scrape it uphill a little bit as we go. You never know. I very clearly had no planning done for this particular route. Well, maybe it's because I left the brake on. Maybe if I take the brake off, that's always a gamble. No, but that's okay. That is okay. Oh, actually, part of it he wasn't moving because I had the brake on. There's probably a rule about when and how and where it sets brakes, but I don't know what that rule is, so it's like 50-50. Is this actually going to try to pick up the entire truck at the same at once? That feels a little mental. I'm excited by the notion of it, but I'm going to need to be in a better position if that's what's happening. What the hell just went flying by? Let's see if we can get it straightened up over here. This looks totally safe, right? Oop. Yeah, nothing could go bad here. Guaranteed safety. Interesting. This time it's only going to do kind of the front of the truck. Oh no, there. That's more than one that I want. I just need to get that one red line to go yellow. Kind of in any of these configurations. I'll take any of them. But it's now trying to convince me that that damnable beams on there are causing conflict. Does that have me clear on all but one? That's going to try lifting it by 4 points. Yeah, it's just the one. Maybe I remove that one beam. That beam actually isn't strapped down, even though it's under the straps. That would be an okay position too, but I think it hates all the beams for that one. Yeah, that honk was worth it. Let's try short. Oh! Go back, right there, right there. How does that one look? Well, I know what to do. It's making it tip because I left the brake on. All I wanted it to do was go a little forward so I could set the trailer down on the hood, or on the roof of this truck. Would that work without dumping everything? I don't quite think so. This is a really weird position to be in. Let's tighten it up a little bit. Oh no! Oh no! Don't do that. Don't put those away. I meant to lift up a little bit more. Oh no! Okay, we're getting squirrely. We're not pivoting the boom anymore. Let's go down a little bit. What happens if I just set it down here? Can I change trucks while we're still attached? I don't think it's still attached. I'm higher up than I was before, but do I have all 8 wheels off the ground? No, okay, you're not quite touching. Oh, wait. Damn it, it had the parking brake on. Now, if the wheels aren't touching the ground, I suppose it doesn't really matter, but... Oh, wait. Okay, it moved a tiny bit, but not enough to really matter. Do I want to leave? I'm going to leave the brake off this time. See if it actually stays that way. I want to come up this hill. I want to try grabbing this from up top. The ground is overrated. Boy, are you telling me. If I can... Oh, no one move, no one move. Okay, go back. Crap, I had all the lines were yellow. All the damn lines were yellow, and then I accidentally ended up moving too far. What happens if I turn this over?
Can you fill that little pothole with sand to bury a truck alive?
Yes, you can. Okay, this right here, this is guaranteed to work. It's the Dan Servo lock of the week. I'm a little airborne with myself. Oh man, even with the outriggers out, it's tilting and pivoting. Maybe I want something this way. No. What if... How might I actually want this to go? Okay, I had the parking brake on. That explains some of the problem I was having. It's a little more lined up with my direction of travel. This is really just a great big experiment to see what sort of shenaniganry you can actually pull off in this game. No. Not the Y button. This is, well, it was trying to do better. I'm getting a little bit of pivot on that trailer. Oh, there's a lot of pivot on that trailer. Oh man, if you would just go up a little bit. I don't know what you're doing exactly, but that's not what I was really directly hoping for. It seems like it's really close, though. We haven't tipped yet. We're fine. We're fine. We're not fine. We're not fine. We're sleepy now. We've definitely gotten sleepy. The engine's still running, so I can still run the crane. Okay, now the engine's not running. Yeah, that's another flip. That was so much science. That was science like you have never seen before. You know what? I'm not going to recover it quite yet. I'm sure I'll want to, but we're gonna give this one extra shot here. What can you do? You actually had a little bit of... You got a little bit of grip there. So what happens if I go ahead and recover you away? Let's take you out of the mix. It's definitely not going to be enough for a success. I know that. I'm fine with that. But I am super interested.
Watch out, the crane has your truck in a headlock.
It did, I know. That was exactly the problem. Oh man, it was close. It almost thought about going, but there's that little bit of pavement lip it just grabbed a hold of there. The only other thing I can think of is that on the other side of the semicircle, it does look like there's some dirt without the pavement lip. There's a chance. I'm saying there's a chance it might be willing to pull up there. I don't know if I can safely get us into that position, though. It's a semicircle, a ring of semi-trucks. In this game, yes. Yes, it is. This is not an authorized way of doing this. But I'm going to take it for the moment, if I can. You don't actually have a winch, do you? Now that I should have been looking at that the whole time, but I completely failed to. So this kind of gets me over here where I was thinking about being. I don't think it's actually going to pull up this hill, though. I definitely got myself in a corner over here. There's a bunch of rebar. That's probably good for the tires. I am so happy that there is no such thing as truck fuel in this game. There's only teleport fuel. Do I still have all my beams attached? That looks like 5 up front. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that just 4 in the back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, maybe that's 6 up front and 4 in back now. That might actually be correct. This stupid thing is going to stand upright, so I can't get around it. Let's take it out of low gear and we build up a little speed. No, it's already trapped. Oh, it's on the stupid rusty pipe thing. I got the wheels cranked over the wrong way. Oh god, this is such a mess. They don't really have trucks with real winches. The Hagland, I think, is the closest. I know it has the winch. And it's got more winching power than most of the rest of the scout vehicles. There we go, that got it cleared out of the way. He might be able to come over here and just help pull the rest of the way up this hill. But yeah, while I'm trying to pull this hill, it's just nothing but constant rain. So if it does add a coefficient of sorrow, it's going to spend its entire time doing just that. No, not the brake. I want low gear. If I could get angled off to the right-hand side here and just come up kind of leaning sideways a little bit, that'd be okay. I enjoy leaning. But I can't... We're actively rolling backward while the tires are churning forward. And I don't know if I wait until it stops raining, will traction actually improve. Also, it is 5:15. I don't have to race to the train station, but we do have errands coming up. I've never been up here, but that's an absolutely terrible way to go. This way, if you can get down to here. Oh, does this actually go straight across? That might be viable. Well, since I've reached the point where I am a disaster on wheels anyway, let's just go see if I can go this other way. If I can get over this one stupid metal roll. Caught under the... Yeah, it's... Oh, damn it. Damn it. Damn it, damn it. damn it. Janet. Okay, just brush it to the side, please. Oh, I think it may actually have. And then this stupid azure barrel can suck it. I'm just going to crush right over it. Oh, see, now I climbed this the first time, and it didn't have that much of a problem. It's that stupid barrel in the way. God, this game goes out of its way to be annoying. And it's really good at it sometimes. So is that the barrel still? It's still the barrel. I think it's the barrel. Or is the weight of the beams lowering the suspension on the trailer just a couple of inches, and that's making the difference. Should I have just stayed up here the whole time? Would that barrel just go? Let me play this game again. Right down the barrel. Oh, stupid barrel! The barrel is risking swearing overtime here. Oh my god, it's pissing me off. I can't find it. Oh nope, it's still right there. I can't seem to back the trailer in a useful pattern. That was a good crunching noise. Did I just collapse the barrel? I got the trailer farther up, but it is off the ground in the back. Man, you have got to be kidding me. Because these are the only 3 ramps out of here. If I have to come over and build a 4th ramp, I'll just pave one of these and see if that helps with the traction any. That is definitely catching on the lip. Now it's just catching on whatever. Barrel's gone though. Congrats on getting rid of the barrel. Put it down into low gear and see if it'll grab the asphalt just a little bit better. If this refuses to work, then we may just be done for the day. I may just rage quit. See about maybe coming back and dealing with this later. No, wait, we're moving. We're moving. We're not moving very fast. We're not moving very far. Okay, we're gonna do the patented Miss Silvermoon wiggle wiggle. We're just gonna work on walking them little stubby feet up the tarmac. How dare whoever this is come and attempt to spam me? Oh, in trying to find the ban button, I almost drove into the other ditch over there. There you go. How dare you sully chat while I'm actually digging my way out of that hole. I did try that on the other side, and it was not working. So I don't feel too bad that it only worked over here. I haven't been down over there yet. Now, there's still opportunity for me to rage quit. Don't worry. Like if the simple paved but bumpy hill, if I can't pull this. Definite rage quit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm only seeing 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. God damn it, Nico. Did you lose one of my beams? Also, I have literally no memory of where the hell I'm supposed to actually be taking this thing. Objective to the lava quarry. Which is the farthest possible away. Of course it is. You could probably build a... Oh.
Did the one who is Barty pass on the wheel?
Yes, Bardic did pass on his winnings today. So bingo number 2 is eligible for the grand prize. Some are grander than others. So this is a little bit of a wiggle to get up here. But it may be a little more forgiven trying to come down. In fact, I don't have to actually... I don't think I'll need to turn hard to the right. But the nose on this truck is going to kind of force that issue, I think. I think I can. Oh, holy crap, it actually made it over here. Okay, well, we... Progress! Toots, toots! P.S. Now, how the hell am I going to get over there? Oh, some of these...
Has he even acknowledged your win, old back and face?
Well, no, I can't have because no one said anything, but also I don't see anything in the chat. I see where my bingo called the AI route failure. I see a lot of old bacon face. I see a spammer. And I see old bacon face asking questions, but I don't see anything on here. Obviously, I'm always going to miss the sparkles on screen, but I don't see anything from bingo itself actually acknowledging that there was a bingo win. There's supposed to be something in chat, but there isn't. But I do see it on my phone. Congratulations, old bacon face. Here, let me try to do this proper then. I do have fireworks on this page, and we're going to give you the
way up there,
the most up to date. Okay, well, as long as I'm busy parked, I don't think those turned off. Oh god, now did I turn them back on? Oh god, everything's a mess. It doesn't matter. The screen doesn't have them at all. Welcome to the wheel. See it in chat. Oh my god, that was a long time ago. Yeah, you can't expect me to notice that when it was at least an hour and a half ago, approximately. So here you are. Here is your wheel. I am going to go find the button, and I'm going to spin the living hell out of this wheel. Ah, there it goes. Let me take those glasses off so I can see the results better. You have won Ultros. What is Ultros? I don't really know. Let's go take a look. Oh, here it is. Let me click. Oh, the countries A through S are forbidden. U is still on the acknowledged list. It's gonna... There we go. It generated it. What do we have here? You wake up stranded after seemingly crashing your ship on the sarcophagus, a giant space-drifting cosmic uterus holding an ancient demonic being known as Ultros. Trapped in the eternal loop of a black hole, you will have to explore the sarcophagus and meet its inhabitants to understand the part you play. Are you the gruesome breaker of the cycle, or can you become a link from destruction to rebirth? It is very super busy about that stuff there. Let me go find this list, and we're going to put this in here. I'm going to paste that. I'm going to catch up on this. The age of Ultros has begun. I know, that's exactly what I was thinking for. Yeah, you even drove to work. Oh, I'm so sorry, KDP. Yes, uterus. Yeah, you're always crashing into the... Yeah. Well, that's a you problem. There we go. The DM has been sent. Congratulations on your massive victory. Let me remove... I've already forgotten it. Ultros. Uterus is stuck in my head now. So I'm going to remove that. We're going to make it blink over here. There we go. The wheel is complete. Oh, hey, I got myself some bonus viewer points. I still don't have a bingo over there. Nope, I didn't mean to hit that. I don't. Nope, I got no bingos anywhere. That's just my lot in life. Let's go see if the fireworks are still running over here. Hey, nope, I actually got them fixed. Congratulations. This is going to be a little bit of a challenge because I got to get up onto this train ridge. Let's go see if I can pull this off. Let's just see. Everything else has been kind of train wrecky. Which, let's be fair, it's a big part of why I play this game. Because it is distinctly possible to get yourself into some really weird situations. I don't want to drive through that dip in the concrete. I want to make this hard turn instead. Figuring out how to get yourself out of situations can be 75% of the fun. Also, I really want to know what the hell happened to my 10th beam. Or if something is just visually stacked up. Well, we'll find out when I get over there. If I need to, I will just bring the mule over here and I will have it run a quick one beam mission. So we got a tough turn to make right here with this trailer. And then we got to squeeze. Oh, well, we're not even...
Nico probably took it.
What the hell are you stuck on? Oh. The instant I hit the brake to go take a look at what it's stuck on, then it comes loose. I wouldn't put it past Nico. Turns out one of his kids just really wants a steel beam, so he figured he'd help himself. This is going to be it's going to get a little weird here. Although, this may be a shallow enough maneuver. We may just pull this through after all. Look at this just go. Now I gotta turn hard to the left. I probably want to stay out of the muck right down there.
He needed the beam for his yard.
Yeah, that's the most obvious answer. The rest of this...
Jet fuel can steal beams, or something like that.
Something like that. That's what I've heard. Although we may have just disproven that. Jet fuel eats beams for dinner. You can tell exactly which section of this road is predefined and which one was my paving off the ends. With a paver that it's impossible to go straight on flat level sand. And this crap here was pre-existing. We gotta make another one of them hard turns to stay in between the lines over here when we color. Do not hang up the rear wheels on the railing. Thank you. I built this bridge. Just like SnowRunner Season 15, I got a honk when I go over a bridge I built. Except I'm much more likely to forget about it here because I built a lot more bridges in this game than I did in SnowRunner. And then we got to go through some water over here. Yeah, okay, there's still water over here. And then we're going to go up to the little mountain base, and then we got to overshoot the little mountain base in order to get to the other quarry. There's definitely some deep water over here. Bring resources to the zone. Okay, gotcha. They do not need to actually go any other place like a storage facility. Yeah, I know, the water's going to get deep. There's a path I got to stick to. Can't wait till I get this place drained, so I have to stop worrying about drowning my truck. I've drowned a lot of trucks. I think there's an achievement for drowning 15 trucks. I haven't made it that far yet, but we're getting there. Yeah, just the right time of day, you can look down, and it's much easier to spot where the shallow versus deep spots are. Everything around that building is a deep spot. Okay, let's go see. So, up here is my base. Over there is the quarry. You can get to the quarry that way. That might be okay. You can also get to the quarry this way. That has rocks. That's going to be narrow. We don't want to go that way. We don't want to go the long way around. I guess we're going to try this way. That might be a bit of a turn with the trailer, but I think the rest of this is going to be better off going this way. And then it's only going to have 9 beams. Then I'm gonna go grab the 10th beam because I feel morally compelled to now. I wonder if it was one of those 1 or 2 that registered as not being strapped down, but it was under the strap. So yeah, sure, that'll stay in place. That won't be a problem. And then I picked the truck up at a 90-degree angle, and maybe something fell out. What are you bouncing? Why are you bouncing? Let's back up and get this other shot. Oh, you're bouncing because there's a damn rock. I hate damn rocks. Yeah, you get away from the damn rock and everything's fine again. At least in this game, they give you a stump grinder, so those damn stumps in the way, you can do something about them. You got a bulldozer. You can move the little rocks out of the way, I guess, although I found it's actually kind of difficult. The dozer would rather dig into the ground than just push a rock out of the way. And if you lift the blade up a tiny amount so that you're not digging on the soil, then it just skips over the top of the rock, which is probably realistic to a degree, but I don't like that. Nope, I'm not in low gear. This is full speed. This is all we got. This and a big trailer full of steel beams. I think this game does a better job of kind of representing the weight of your cargo. Not just the weight itself, but its distribution on the trailer. So if you put all the heavy stuff at the back end, then it weighs down the back of the trailer. If you put it all up on front, then you've got a little more downforce directly on the fifth wheel. So sometimes it gets a little hard to steer. It's another one of those where I can't point out the computational math that vets that out, but it feels different when you load the truck different. And they did go out of their way to say, yeah, you can just put the cargo in there any way you want, and we'll figure out how to strap over the top of it, which is very cool. None of the slot system from SnowRunner. Holy Petunia, there's the glowing beam we need to get to. Yeah, this place looks like it needs some more construction done. I'm guessing we're going to build something. Maybe this will be the water pump we need to drain out something somewhere, I hope. It's going to make me wiggle up one more set of gravel here. Just make me prove myself. Keep pulling. It's saved right there for me. I haven't had any crashes with this so far. I went a long time before I crashed with SnowRunner on Switch. But I haven't had any crashes here. I've seen a couple people that have had a few. Yeah, I was a little worried about going straight over the top of that grass hill there. I may end up having to back off just a little bit. At least try to. Yeah, I'm right back to rage quitting if I get within 9 inches of this delivery and I can't, I get high centered and I'm stuck. Okay, this is better. So I'm gonna need the actual beams in the zone for this to work. Unstrap cargo. To press the button to deliver. Okay, no, it sees that the 9 are there, but it's not going to take them away until I get the 10th. I am missing that damn 10th one. Son of a barnacle. So what did I do with the mule? Oh, that's right. I brought the mule all the way over here for selling stuff, and that's actually... It's kind of close over there, but it will be... Oops. Damn it. It'll be easier if I transfer into the mule, recover to the mountain base. I'm sorry, the tunnel exit base. Get the hell out of the way before any AI comes through. Oh, hey, I left my truck parked there. Oh, well. If the AI had a problem with it, it will have failed its route by now, and that bingo's already been called, so we'll worry about fixing that out later. The only route that I have available to me now that I haven't harvested all the resources off of is the one leading up to the castle that I got a ton of work that I got too sidetracked by this mission to actually finish up on this stream, so we'll probably end up finishing that one this evening off stream after way too many errands and things get done. So let's see. In theory then, I dropped a pipe over here someplace. Anyone see a pipe? Nope, not so far. Swing this out in front, and we are going to wait and hope that the little yellow lines materialize. Oh, nope, that's some other hunk of something. I wonder if it just auto-deleted it too. It would not put it past a SnowRunner-based game to do that to me. You could hear the steelworks up and running, banging away. It's kind of a screen door sort of thing we got there. This one. No, that's the fold crane. I don't want to fold the crane. Oh, I don't even have the option to do change target because there aren't multiple targets. I was doing the counting up here, so it was already gone by the time I got to here. Ooh, okay, that doesn't move. Note to self, that is immobile. Tell you what, I accidentally made one too many beams. Oh, it's right there. It fell off over here. Wow. It fell off just, like, right away. So, okay, well, found it. I'm gonna do a thing, though. This is gonna be a good thing. You're gonna love this. If I can just get this, just go in the bed. Just go in here. Just go. Just go. We are going to do something that's it's just going to help us in the future. Let's drop that. Undo that. Oops, I need to take off the parking brake so I can get turned around. We are not going to have to drive the entire route. We're going to be clever. I do want to strap cargo just in case. Okay, those two are secured. We are going to drive back, if I don't roll here, to the tunnel entrance base, or the tunnel exit base, the tunnel base, whatever the hell it is. This dude, whoa! Okay, that dude started to roll because he decided to do a shift and did it very, very badly. But yeah, that's hard to climb. I get that. I didn't actually think I was going to be able to go that third route out. I thought that one was going to be the hardest, so joke's on me. So I'm going to take this back to the mountain base. I'm going to put these two in storage. And then we're going to warp to the mountain base, and we're going to pull one of them back out of storage. And that's going to save us having to drive all the way across the map. Because at this point, it's just a time sink. There's no other reason to bother. I think resource storage might work from either one. We'll find out. Oh, no, that's right. This one doesn't. I think I actually have to set them on the ground in order for the storage to pick them up. Nope, I don't. I just have to do that. Okay, so now I have 8 in storage up here in the top corner. No, I don't need that button. I need to hold down up. AI is doing... Oh, hey, you know what? AI is off. AI is moving. You know what? We're just going to let them go. They're able to drive through my crane truck, so we're just going to leave that as is. I am going to come over here. I'm going to ask really nicely at some point to get stuff out of storage. There we go. I need one steel beam, please, because I'm only one short. Technically, I guess I could have done this from the beginning. Well, I had 6 available here. I could have done 6 right away. So I still needed to go to the factory to get 4 more. But instead of driving all 9 over here, I could have just dropped them off at the one base, driven over here, and then continued on with my day. But this was loads of fun instead. Don't put those out. Do that. Okay. And now we're gonna go the same way that the big truck did. I just have to backtrack a tiny bit here. And then let's take that same branch. And then we're gonna get this mission done. I think that'll be enough to get me to 10th level. And then we're gonna go see... Oh man, I hope Master Jedi's done with her workday by now. They have their big June 17th. I'm going to call it a festival. I don't think that's what they call it, but it kind of encompasses a bunch of the stuff that they're doing as the county, hosting an event in a public park. So they have that coming up on Juneteenth, so she is in heavy planning mode. It is realistically, it's the only event they're going to get to put on this year because their funding was all terminated by the federal government. So she will probably be unemployed shortly after this event takes place. But by God, they're going to put on a damn event to go out with a bang. Technically, she will probably be furloughed so that if money magically reappeared, she would be eligible for immediate rehire. No one is going to hold our breaths for that, though. But as a result, she might still be working. I think she tries to be done before 6. It's 5:45 basically now, so we'll see. But it is almost time to go run errands. We're going to set the brake, unstrap the cargo. All 10 pieces are here. I get the check mark. This is one of those weird ones where I have to come over here and actually confirm that I want to deliver these, though. I only need 15 of the Cyan XP, so I'm going to get that. Welcome to level 10. Oh, shh. No treasure drain, Kelly.
How about you bring over the truck with those repair materials from the gas station? That way, you'll have an operational base right where you need it. Best camping spot for miles.
Best
Let's
camping.
drain this flooded salt mine. First, you'll need to haul the pump over to the entrance. Then, you'll need to restore the electricity.
That's what I need to drain the lake. Also, I need to drive a vehicle over here to the lakes. Is that... No, the lakeside base is up here, so apparently I need to go track down this vehicle over here. I don't know if that's just shadowed or if that's going to be muddy. So I need to go pick up that truck. I'm going to need to drive it up here, and then boom, this base should unlock. We're going to track that one for the moment. The other one is start pumping out the water. I have already done the electricity. The infrastructure is done, even though I don't have credit for it. So I need to go to this workshop to pick up that object. And I need to deliver it right there. That's at the mouth to the salt mine. And then boom, I should be draining stuff. In fact, yeah, I say that one won't be hard. That one's going to be a fair bit of driving because that's the 2 different sides of the map. I think I am going to have to call it there for the day. What about... At least I managed to get one mission completed. Here, I'll turn off the fireworks. It's not the one that I had intended. I got totally sidetracked by the fact that I couldn't get my dump truck up that stupid hill without dumping all of its sand out. So I need to work up a plan for getting sand to that one hill climb. That one may still take me a little bit of work to figure out how and where I want to do that. Let me go clear that. I think everything else is situated. I know it was a hill. It was a couple of hills in a row, I think, is actually my big problem there. How do I'm hitting a couple buttons to make sure that this shuts itself down correctly. Okay, the game has saved. And we're out. Okay, we're good. We're covered. Thank you, everybody, for coming along with the crafting of the roads today. I really, really, really enjoy this game. It's crashing Tonka trucks together in the mud in your backyard. It is a ton of fun for me, and the way that my brain works all funny. So, if anyone
I
else
guess
picks
we
it up,
learned
and wants to
Anakin was
multiply.
wrong. There are some places sand doesn't get.
Yeah, no, it gets everywhere. That's still the problem. Anakin was absolutely right. It's everywhere except where I want it is the real problem. But I'm working on that. I may bring in the other heavy dump truck so that I stop dumping as much off to the sides as well. I don't remember if it's a 20-ton or not. Probably. If it's the same size, I probably ought to bring the other one in. Anyway, I'm going to work on that later. So I am done for today. Thursday, something's happening tomorrow. Definitely won't be streaming on Thursday. There's a small chance I might on Friday. I'm going to give you a small hint as to a bonus stream that may be coming. They just released a sequel to The Duck Detective, and I have it on my Switch now. Sooner or later, that one's coming. I don't know when. Saturday, we are going back to the Sea of Stars. I mentioned earlier, not everyone here, I think, was here at the time, after I had to panic quit because Dan was ready for a raid and Master Jedi was ready for a pickup at the train station. So I just had to bail and quit, put the Switch into standby mode. Came back. I had Master Jedi time me. With the pressure off, it took me 14 seconds to solve that last bit of bonus puzzle, so I picked up all the extras. I had to go through one more puzzle room after that in order to get to a point where the game auto-saved, but it saved there. It has set me back in that second puzzle room, so I'm going to be able to demo that before we continue on with the story. So no one will have to miss anything. Our road trip with Garl and Artie, and not really Garl, is set. So I will be back on Saturday during the regular time frame, unless something comes up. And we're going to end with the raid into Dan Servo, Jason Bullman, playing some Minecraft. I look forward to seeing everyone there. I am not going to bother looking at raids because I'm tired and getting a little hangry, and we've got at least 2 errands to go run. So I'm just going to play some music. I'm going to wave goodbye, and I will see you all on Saturday.